Good morning to all. We are going to discuss the topic instruction codes under the subject computer organization and architecture. So, this is the introduction part. What do you mean by instruction code? As we know that computer is a system where we perform any kind of processing by providing commands to computer system. So basically command is what? Command is the instructions. So we need to provide these commands, generally we talk in the proper format, so that proper format is known as operation code or instruction code. Okay. So, the operation code of an instruction is a group of bits that defines operations such as add, subtract, multiply, shift, and complement. The number of bits required for the operation codes depending upon the total number of operations available on the computer. Okay, and the operation code must consist of at least n bits for a given 2 raised to power n operations. Okay, if we are using n bit to represent the operation code, then we can perform the 2 raised to power n operations in that computer system or provide the commands in that number of types. The operation part of an instruction code specifies the operation to be performed. So majorly add, subtract, multiply, shift, and any kind of logical or arithmetical operation needs a instruction code. Okay, now the um, the operation must be performed on the data stored in the register. Okay, so these operation codes are used to perform the action on the data that is stored in the register. An instruction code therefore specifies not only operation to be performed but also the register where the data will be found, as well as the registers where the result has to be stored. Okay, so on the data or on the data in terms of on which we are going to perform the operation, or the operated data, that is the results, we need to include in our operation codes. Okay, now as we know, in the von Neumann architecture we already studied about the stored program concept. So the simplest way to organize a computer is to have processor register and the instruction codes with two parts. The first part specifies the operation to be performed, and second part specifies an address, means at which address that data is located. And the first part tells the what operation or what action is to be need to be performed on the data specified on that particular address or location in the memory. The memory address tells where the operand in memory will be found. Okay, the instructions are stored in one section of memory and data in another section. The computer with a single processor register is known as accumulator. Okay, so accumulator is the main register where data is located when we use the instruction, any kind of instruction code. The operation is performed with the memory operand and the contents of the accumulator. Okay, fine. Now, after this stored program concept, this is the diagram where we can say the format of instruction code. This is the opcode and this is the address of data in the memory, binary operands, and memory is having instruction and the operation too. And this is the main register where we bring the data from this memory. Okay, so this is the diagram we can see for the stored program concept. Now the common bus system. The basic computer has 8 registers, a memory unit and a control unit. Path must be provided to transfer data from one register to another. Okay, an efficient method of transforming data in a system is to use a common bus system. So for transforming data from one unit to another unit, we use buses, either data bus, address bus or control bus for sending the control signals. The output of register and memory are connected to the common bus. Okay, so this is the concept for the common bus. Why we are using common bus? We are using common bus for the transforming or transporting the data and addresses. So this is the we can say this is the one kind of instruction code load. So what happens in this load? It is denoted by the LD. The lines from the common bus are connected to the input of each register and data inputs of the memory. The particular register whose LD input is enabled receives the data from the bus during the next clock pulse transition. So all the instructions, whatever instruction we are giving to the computer system to get the work done, are coordinated with the clock pulses of the computer system. Before studying about instruction format, let's first study about the operand address parts. So, what is operand address part? When the second part of instruction code specifies the operands, the instruction is said to have immediate operands. Already we have in video already I have given to you. We discuss about the different types of addressing modes. So, immediate operand is the part of immediate addressing. When the second part of instruction code specifies the address of the operand. The instruction is said to have direct address, and in indirect address, the second part of instruction code specifies the address of a memory word in which the address of the operand is found. So, you can understand here when you link with the different types of addressing modes, what is the meaning of immediate, what is the meaning of direct, indirect, already we have discussed. Okay, so this is this happens in case of load instruction. Computer instruction. The basic computer has three instruction code format. The operand code part of the instruction contains the 3 bits, and remaining 13 bits depends on the common code encounter. So this is about the instruction, computer instruction, and these are the different types of our computer instructions. Okay, so this is the first type, memory reference instruction. This is the second type, that is the register reference instruction, and this is the third type, input output instruction. So already we can seen that whatever kind of requirement is there, from where to where we want data transfer, on the basis of that we these types are created, or different formats are there for the data transfer. Memory reference register. It uses 12 bit to specify the address and 1 bit to specify the address mode. Okay, and I is equals to 0 if direct, and it is 0 when it is 1 when it is indirect. Okay, now second is register reference instruction. These instructions are recognized by the opcode 111 with a 0 in the leftmost bit of instruction. The other 12 bit specifies the operations to be executed. Now the thirdly, input output instruction. These instructions are recognized by the operation code 111 with a 1 in the leftmost bit of the instruction. The remaining 12 bits are used to specify the input output operation. Okay, so these are the 3 types of formats generally we use to recognize the different types of instruction. Now about the format of instruction. The format of instruction is depicted in rectangular box symbolizing the bits of an instruction. Basic field of instruction format is the opcode, operation code field that specifies the operation to be performed, and the second is address field, which tells the memory address or register. Now this is the format of the instruction, any general instruction, and a mode field that specifies the ways the operand of effective address is determined. So along with the data part, opcode part and address part, the mode is optional. It tells the how effective address we can calculate in the processing of this instruction. Computer may have instruction of different lengths containing various number of addresses. The number of address field in the instruction format depends upon the internal organization of the register. So it depends on the different architectures of computer system, how many number of bits we can designate for the instruction codes or formats. Okay, thank you.